we opened Kazuri. Believe me, it picked day one. We changed the face of Mwingi. We paid 900,000 for each.
900,000.
And you know those cases never used to go anywhere. After they just wanted to punish us. After number one, the most serious ones, it was rape. We had a lot of rape cases. You are told if you know you are a finance person, run. So we were not supposed to be arrested. So that's the closest I came. I closed myself in the toilet. Some of us who suffered in Moi regime, to us, Kibaki was like a hero. So you are stepping on my bedroom. You know where the bedroom is? The sitting room. We were raised by a single mother. My mother was a hawker, and I always protect hawkers. We ran with the business. And employed our house help.
This is Beyond Facts.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Beyond Facts, your favorite show, and my name is Kitavi Mutua. Today, we are bringing to you a guest who is a friend of everybody in Kitui. She has distinguished herself as the people's women rep, and she has trailblazed the business world, coming from the women, coming from the human rights activism, and now she is a business person here in Kitui. Welcome to the bench, Madam Rhoda Musoka.
Thank you.
She is Rhoda Angela Musoka.
Thank you.
People know you as
Rhoda Musoka.
Rhoda Kazuri.
Rhoda Kazuri.
Yeah.
Thank
and
you.
before we proceed, allow me to introduce my co-panelist, Madam. Can say your name.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marilyn Nguyo, and of course, this is Beyond Facts. Karibu sana, Roda.
Thank you.
So, Rhoda, where do we start? You know,
Start from anywhere.
From anywhere.
So, can we start? Who is Roda apart from or beyond business circles?
Now the me. Rhoda is a mother, a mentor, an activist. That one I can never leave because for over 20 years I was working with human rights. That is the core business I've done in my life. You know, activism is passion.
Yeah.
So when it gets to you, it's forever. It's like politics. Zikiingia kwa system haziwezi toka. So that is Roda now. Of course, I'm a business lady, as you know me, which came from passion. Yes. So that is me.
So your journey, your background, where you come from?
Okay, I went to school.
Background.
I come from Kitui. That's where I was born and raised. I went to Muslim primary. I was raised hapa mjini.
Okay.
If you know mjini, you know where I understand. I'm from the worst background and most humble background. I'm from a family of 8 kids, and I'm the third born. 3 girls and 5 boys. And so I went to Muslim primary from nursery to class A. Then I went for my O-level Mulango girls. Then later I went to Mombasa Poly for diploma in accountancy. Then I went to Nairobi University for BCom, finance option. So I also have CPA. I know you know me as business lady.
Yeah.
So I'm also an accountant by profession. Yeah.
Nice.
But now marrying accounting as a career and activism.
No.
They look like
How do they
are not
complete opposites.
So here comes me, I finish college. Then I get employed in a accounting firm in Kitui. Then we work very hard. We open a branch in Mwingi. Then the branch in Mwingi where we were hosting, human rights is opened up there. I was doing computer work. I was not doing my career. So when I'm doing my computer work down here, an NGO is open there. They were just starting. They were young. They were small. They had no funding. So they get their first funding. And then from USAID, then they are told you have to employ an accountant.
Okay.
So they advertised. These people were my friends, but they didn't know that I have accounting documents. Actually, I was the only person who was qualified to be an accountant in the interviews. The other guys, they were from Mercy College, na diplomas are typing, secretarial. It's only one person who had procurement documents, diploma in procurement. That's why I got employed as an accountant with human rights. So in simple terms, Center for Human Rights and Civic Education, I was employed as an accounts clerk. We grew, I became the accounts assistant, then I became the accountant, then the finance and admin. Then later, before I resigned, I was executive director of Center for Human Rights and Civic Education. So when you work with a human rights organization, and maybe if you have the passion to help people, it comes automatically. You become an activist. It's embroidered in you. You don't force it. So that's where the activism came in. Yes.
What are some of the cases that we heard about a lot about Roda? Before we get into that, what are the major significant cases that you handled, human rights violations in the area that you worked?
Number one, the most serious ones, it was rape. We had a lot of rape cases. Actually, when we came into on board, chiefs were handling rape cases.
Yeah, against the law.
Against the law. They didn't know it was criminal. And those days, nobody understood what is human rights. We are branded like to human rights. They thought we are there to fight the government. They never thought we were there to help them. So at the beginning, it was really, I got employed with human rights in 2000. So it was really rough for us. And then the then government was not allowing civic education actually. It was the Moi government. That is the time we started civic education. And just to mention, Chris was formed by Kivuta Kibwana. It was a branch of Clarion. So because you could not even get registered, we were hosted by Clarion, Center for Law and Research International. So it was like the arm of Clarion, which was doing human rights. So we were doing civic education. Of course, we were empowering people generally about their rights and those other things. But it was, rape was very high. Kids were getting raped, and then the chiefs will say, oh, you are given some goods and the rest. And it was a bit difficult for us. Until we had to fundraise from Embassy of Finland, we were even given specific funding to train chiefs. So we had to target all the chiefs in Kitui, so we trained them about their roles. And they didn't even know that we had moved from the Chiefs Act to IPPG. I think you know IPPG came with some amendments about the powers of the chiefs. So those were basically some of the things we were doing. And of course, in the same process, of course, we had human rights, we had empowerment, and we used capacity building. We could capacity build the communities, apart from the human rights factors, on how to audit government projects.
Yeah.
We were calling it social audit. So that was some of the things we were doing.
And other than rape, did you?
Of course, we were putting checks and balances on the leaders. Yes. We could audit CDF money. We could audit the projects that were ongoing around Kitui. We started at Kitui, and then later we spread to Makueni, Machakos, and later on we went to the Rakaniti, based on the projects we were getting from the donors. Yeah.
And for several years, your main office was in Mwingi.
Yeah.
And how did you relate with them? Not just elected leaders, everybody else now, the opinion leaders. How did you transit from to Mutu to human rights?
Now what happened
to now?
When Kibaki came on board, during Moi regime, it was war. We were fighting 24/7. We were holding demonstrations. It was like we were a disgrace to the society. Even the society was not understanding us. They thought we'd been given money to fight the government. And leaders would take advantage. The then leaders would say that these people have been brought here by Wazungu to fight us. No, Kibaki comes into power. A very different man. It was so democratic that the first funding, that time I was a finance officer, we got 6 million from Ministry of Justice to do civic education.
Government of Kenya?
Yes, we were given 6 million to do civic education from Ministry of Justice. And who are the mobilizers? The chiefs.
The ones who are fighting you?
The ones who are fighting us. So by the end of the day, we were collaborating. We were paying them for mobilization, they will mobilize the people. And then the community now began understanding what we do. They started understanding that the issue is not about fighting. The government is the one which was fighting these people. The message they are bringing is okay. It's good for us. So we are training them on our voter education, civic education, human rights, all those things. Yeah. So Kibaki was a key for negotiation between civil society and even the collaboration and the government, which of course changed later when Uhuru came into power.
So did the funding from the states come with any conditions, or did you have a particular curriculum that you are supposed to pursue?
Yes, we did a common. It was the whole Kenya. Actually, during Kibaki's regime, they funded almost 100 civil society in Kenya.
Across the country.
There were so many. Yeah, in every that time the county, they took around 5 NGOs to fund. So there were no conditions. It was use the chiefs to mobilize. I think Kibaki saw the gap, that there was a disconnect between the civil society and the government. And he was trying to bridge that. So in the process, they understood us and we understood them. So there were no conditions. It was about You make sure you account transparency and accountability in simple terms. Yeah.
Ah, okay. And now, after the understanding that was grown by over the years, did you have how did you now relate with now everybody was fighting you back then?
We became friends. Actually, there are guys who are very good. The government officers are so good to switching. They switch so fast. You know, sometimes they just push. For example, we could hold a demonstration. And that time, civil society was working as a team. If you're having a demonstration in Mwingi, all the civil society in Kenya will send representatives. So it was not us.
Oh.
It was, we were a team. We were connected from Nairobi. Now, they will be called from Nairobi, disperse those people. It was not them. They'll receive orders. So when things changed, they changed. We became friends. Actually, we could even handle cases very well. If you have issues about criminal issues and those other things, you know, sometimes people get killed and then they're trying to cover up if there's corruption. So we started working as a team.
Were you ever arrested in your course of work by police?
The closest I came, it was we went to RPP, I'll never forget. It was during Moi's regime. But what they used to do, the accountants, you know, like when they are arrested, we are the ones who are supposed to get the cash bail. So when we are doing these things, we were cautioned to be careful.
Because if you get in,
they are going to suffer. Who is going to process these checks? So that day, it was, I'll never forget, it was Kenyatta Day. So we decided to go and celebrate Mashujaa Day. And I'm so happy that today it's called Mashujaa Day. So you go to RPP.
RPP is
Release Political Prisoners. It was an NGO called RPP. It was called Release Political Prisoners.
Yes.
So we went to RPP and we were very busy celebrating our Mashujaa Day. And then there's a way we used to organize it that there were guys who used to look up for the police when they're coming.
Yeah, to monitor them.
To monitor them. So when the police are coming, you are told, if you know you are a finance person, run. So you were not supposed to be arrested. So that's the closest I came. I closed myself in the toilet. Those guys were taken to committee, by the way. There's that vehicle used to call 99.
Yes.
We had 3 lorries. We were so many. So we were thrown in the lorries, but we escaped. But then in the Kivuta Kibwana was there, Willy Mutunga was there. They were taken to the high court in the morning, and then Nyachae, Ngilu, Raila,
arrested.
and Kibaki. You know, they're the ones who bailed them out.
Oh,
because there was 73 of them.
Willy was among
Willy was the ED of Kenya Human Rights Commission.
They were among those who were arrested.
Yes. Kibwana was ED, Center for Law and Research.
Executive Director.
They were all the EDs.
Yes.
Executive Directors. Yeah. So in the morning, the whole political class was there. They were bailed out. I think they paid 900,000 for each.
900,000.
And you know those cases never used to go anywhere. After they just wanted to punish us. After we were arrested, that is it. So the demos you are doing in Mwingi, accountants were told to stay in the office.
So this particular one, when you locked yourself in a...
So after that, you know, after they are arrested, the ones who remain now, we start making calls.
Oh.
You call the other guys now. So
to escape the arrest, to close yourself, I mean to lock yourself in.
You are told finance people run. So it's up to you to know how you are going to run. If you know you are in finance, run.
Okay.
So that's what happened.
Then now,
we've gone through hell.
So
Kenya
now,
is a different country.
So now the Roda we are seeing is a polished activist from...
He's a serious activist.
From I mean, you went through the hands of Willy Mutunga, the CJ Emeritus, and the former governor of Makueni, who is a law professor.
Of course.
Yeah, and how are you going about the fundraising, for instance?
No, fundraising is very simple. Number one, you have to be to know what you know what you want. You can't rush to just asking for money from donors. And you have to be very transparent and very accountable. Donors have money. They have money. The issue is after you get the money, what happens? Because people start briefcase NGOs. You're just targeting, when you are doing when you are running the NGOs, I remember there are few NGOs, I won't mention names. There's a time we were given money by Embassy of Finland. I won't mention names because there are people you know. So as we were given 6 million, and another NGO was given 8 million. Now, the 8 million, one of them bought a Benz, the other one bought, I think, a Prado. So in short, they spent the 8 million within a month. The bank account was negative. Actually, it affected us because the embassy was very mad. They wanted to cut our funding. So about donors, it's about being specific you cut a niche. They need to see that you know what you're doing. They never discriminate. You need to understand their thematic areas first, because they don't fund everything. There are those who do climate change, there are those who do human rights, there are those who are doing mining, there are those who are even doing political things. Depends with their country's thematic area.
But it looks like after the promulgation of the 2010 constitution, most donors have scaled down.
What happened? The government poached the top cream activists. You remember, it's like they were all absorbed by the Kibaki government. There was a disconnect actually from that. So you find that the people relied on, Kibwana became something, Willy Mutura became something, Kirito Murungi. There is a guy called Lawrence Mutu. Lawrence Mutu went to Kenya National Human Rights Commission. Smoking Wanjala, he became a judge. You see? So we were orphaned. For some time we were scattered. We didn't know what we were doing. Then for us to regroup and start afresh, you know, they took the top cream. Yote ikaenda at once. Actually, we suffered kidogo. Yes, during that period.
Okay.
So for us to regroup, it took some time. And then there was a lot of democracy during Kibaki regime. You can't understand that when you are outside. But some of us who suffered in Moi regime, to us, Kibaki was like a hero. Because things changed drastically. We were being governed by the NGO Council, which was being controlled by the government. Kibaki allowed the PBO Act. Although he left before we finished, and then Uhuru took us back. I'm very sure they never even gazetted that PBO Act. PBO Act was a bit good to the civil society. It was flexible.
It was public
Benefits Act.
Benefits Act.
Yes. We were changing from NGO to Public Benefits Act. So we relaxed a little bit, to be very sincere. Now when you are relaxed, Uhuru comes into power. We are being taken back to the dictatorship slowly. So things are changing. You want to demonstrate, you know, during Kibaki's regime, you want to demonstrate, you will be just told, you go and demonstrate. There were no issues. It's like, actually, you do have issues. And then they used to give us audience. You want a meeting with an OCS, come to my office. Because there were no orders from above. The issue in Kenya is normally orders from above. They come in different shapes. Like now we know where we are. You saw Murkomen the other day saying that you can't hold public meetings. Sincerely, you have a constitution, which is that you are free. You just need to notify, not request for permission. And we need to understand some of these things. You are supposed to notify the police, and they should provide security.
Yes.
How can Murkomen wake up and say that from today it's only the president who is going?
We can see the real activist in Roda.
Yeah, it's coming out.
It's coming out. No, tell us, for the benefit of our viewers who never experienced the Moi or the Kibaki regime, just take us through how there's 3 successive governments, Moi, Kibaki.
Moi was the worst dictator. You know, and sometimes I think when someone is in power for a long time, you get used to the power that you don't even listen to anyone, which is a very bad quality. So Moi was, I think after the coup, he got insecure. So he could fight anybody who is trying to come up and question him. And he might have been not that bad, but because I think he was scared of what people do, he could fight limitless. He never cared. Then Kibaki comes into power. Very democratic, not noisy. He was delivering. He could give us audience. And even the police were told to work, we even trained police. They were told to work with us, the chiefs, everybody. It was so relaxing that you forgot that you are supposed to be having some advocacy activities going on. Do you get it? We were given audience. You know what people normally need? It's audience. And even if I would advise the government, when you see people who want to see you, just go and see them. Listen to them. When you fight them, you don't know why they are mad. Give them audience. Understand why they are mad. What are the allegations? Why are they mad? But now when a government starts fighting, you give us audience. That's branding. You're telling people we are important. So now Kibaki goes. Comes Uhuru. Uhuru was, he came slowly. He brought the dictatorship slowly. It was not like now. Now it's just open. And I think every Kenyan is feeling it. You don't have to pretend. We are feeling it. The freedom of speech is gone. Even the media, you must be feeling it. Unless it's not what you are saying. Because they are trying to infringe every right that is in the constitution. And of course, we are governed by Kenya's constitution. And we really fought for this Katiba, by the way. We are in the whole process of doing this Katiba, the 2010. We went through the whole process. It was not a simple journey. And then here comes somebody else who doesn't care. that we have a constitution which is so specific on what people need to be doing. And you know, if you're not following the constitution, corruption has to be high.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So now, one of the sticky issues that I imagine, or I saw you wondering, was the controversies around the coal mining project
Yes, yes,
in
yes,
Mui
yes,
Basin.
yes, yes, yes.
How was your involvement as civil society, and what were the issues that you felt they were not done in the proper way, the right way?
Yeah, no, mining, we had no issue with mining. But what happened, the government, and I always say that when the government wants to implement something, they should start with the framework of how do we implement this. So what they did, they brought a company called Fancy.
Fancy mining.
Fancy mining. They want to start mining. We have no problem with that one. There is no framework on how they're going to settle these people. And you know, we are talking about moving a whole community. You don't have
thousands
of people.
Households.
Yes. Now, like today, where you come from, you have that attachment with that land and everything. They had their people there. They even buried their people there. And then you wake up today, and you are saying, and Fancy had come, and of course some people had eaten, politicians, they'd been given money, and they were ready to displace these people. But the question was, where are we taking them? There should be, and it's a process.
Yeah.
You can't tell me today to leave my house and everything. I move to somewhere, and then the compensation factor. You are asking them, how are you going to do the compensation? For example, there were lands without title deeds. There was not even demarcation. There was no demarcation. They did own everything. So after you move me from this land, how will you compensate me? What will you base on? We have trees and other things you're supposed to be compensated. How do you compensate me for my, like this one, it looks old. How do you pay for this one? So there was no framework. These guys were just rushing to bring a fancy company from China, and they took some political leaders, they were taken to China, and they came back, we want to mine, and we were like, no. So we empowered these people, even went to court.
You went to court?
Yes,
correct.
we elected some leaders. We trained them first, we empowered them on the process, and then we had a case in court with the government.
But there was this committee of the liaison committee of community representatives. Were you not working with them towards resolving these issues?
They were already working with the other side, you see, and our interest was the community. And normally with human rights, your interest is the people. If they are taken care of properly, we are okay. But you can't tell me that you are moving people. You've not even planned on how to compensate them, on where you are taking them. You are speculating that you have a land somewhere. You are not even sure whether they can fit. What will you gauge when you are giving them? That was the question. And if you give me checks, for example, I'm the beneficiary, some land, you could find that they were still in the names of their parents who are deceased. There is no succession or anything. And maybe you are 10 families. How would you compensate these 10 families? Whom will you give the check? So there were a lot of complications. So our issue was the framework. They were supposed to come with a good framework, and they planned slowly. These are human beings, for God's sake. You can't sell them like potatoes in the market. That was the issue. So
we don't know the fate of the court case, the case that is in court.
No, I don't know. You know, I left him, right?
Yeah, and
I'm selling mandazi.
What would be your view going forward regarding that project?
No, the view is, and then I took some MCS to South Africa. We went to Mpumalanga. We actually visited the real mining areas where coal was being mined. And one thing that came very clearly...
You took as Chris?
Yes, Chris. Yes.
MCS from Kitui?
From Kitui. The other MCS, not these ones. The other
lots, the other parliament.
The ones who are coming from that area. And the ones who are in the Committee for Environment. So when we went there, we took them to the mining areas. We wanted them to see the reality now. And one thing that came out very clearly is that if mining is done here in Kitui, I can assure you even Machakos will be affected. Depending with the type of mining method. You know, we have the open cast and the cast cast. And I'm very sure in Kenya, we will use the worst.
The worst, open.
So you find that we saw families where asthma was just continuous.
A common...
TB, asthma, they were sick, skin diseases. Because of course they're using the chemicals. Even the dumping of these chemicals they're using to mine. Were there any plans for that? So it's not something you can wake up today and start doing. It needs serious planning and investment in money. The worst thing we saw in South Africa, that there are all those people who have land around the mining areas, they are the most poor. Yes, the white people who are mining, they are the multi-billionaires.
The super rich.
Yes, Those guys were living in kiosks. What would call that's some sheds.
So what should be done regarding
Number
this?
one, as I'm putting it, there should be a nice framework in the whole process. How do we do this?
We have a law. We have a law that says this country has a law
I
that
know.
says anything that the government has a right to have is it forcible acquisition?
They can.
Acquisition of land?
Yes.
Without going there. Like the case of water in the Rwake Dam. If your land is compensated and you are given the money, what business do you have with the land again? Okay, fine.
That's where human rights comes in.
That's
We
okay.
have to fight for the people. Because
So the solution should be enhanced compensation or
a good plan for the whole process.
For the whole process.
Because you can even compensate one person and he or she runs with the money. How many families? We are going to have squatters here. Actually, we are
That's in cases where
we are preventing having squatters in Kitui because we would have gotten them. Let me give you an example. What happened to Ngai? Do you know what happened to Ngai? Those families who are compensated.
In Chuso, the cement factory.
Yeah, the people who are compensated. They have nothing now. They have nothing. People bought pro boxes, they opened and they are dead.
But Roda,
there's no plan for that.
But that's okay.
The best way, if a government wants to move people, let them buy land for them. Remove us from this land, take us to another land. If there are other additions, you'll give them money for building. Now, if you have a land and you don't want to build, that's different. But give them the checks. Ungepata squatters hapa. You'll have a lot of squatters in Kitui. And that is where human rights comes in now. We were trying to avoid the scenario where we're having squatters in Moi.
That looks like a societal problem rather than a legal one.
You know, before you came on board, these people were okay. Before you saw this call, these people were okay. They had no issues. You are the one who is coming with issues that we have. This land has called. So can you protect us? And because you know the government has no issue, they can even give them the money. So as human rights will come in now, we have to make sure that the process is transparent, very accountable, and protects the people.
The future of this community.
Yes.
Okay.
So now, Madam Roda.
Yes, Marilyn.
Now, how was the transition from human rights to hotel business?
No, what happened? I think business has been in my blood. Let me give you a small story.
Yes.
That one Kitavi does, you know.
I know.
When I was in class 6, I told you. Actually, we were 8 in our family. We were raised by a single mother. My mother was a hawker, and I always protect hawkers. When I see someone touching a hawker, because that's why I'm me. Because my mother was a hawker and a single mother, and we were raised in our house was where we can say it was better. It was a sitting room and 1 bedroom, like a small kitchen here in Mosquito. So I told you we were 5 guys and 3 boys. I can't tell you where the boys used to sleep, but I won't mention my siblings. But one of us used to sleep at the sitting room, one of the boys. So, and he was very arrogant. When he sees this, he'll know. You see, I was mentioning.
I know him.
So what he'll say is that if you know you are stepping on my bedroom, you know where the bedroom is, the sitting room.
Now.
And you want to watch maybe something, just you either lift your legs because I want to sleep. So that's the scenario. That's where I came, my background. So we were really poor. We were poor. What you call poor, we were poor. But our mother really struggled for us. So she was a hawker, she had a shop, then started selling clothes. And when I was in class 6, so you can imagine you were 8 and your mother is just alone and she's raising you. So when I was in class 6, I can remember, during the December holidays, I told you I went to Muslim primary. We had done a lady who was called Wanja, I'll never forget the name, she had a grocery. So Wanja used to buy things from Lika. So one day we are playing outside there, hapa mjini tu. Then I see this lorry which brings burger for her and some eggs. And then I don't know what came to my mind. I won't tell you, I think I've been a business lady since I was a kid. So I saw those eggs and I was like, I can use this. And I knew that Christmas we will not get either any clothes or shoes. So my idea was, if I sold these eggs, I can be able to buy a nice dress. I had seen a dress, there's a vendor who was called Eastern. The owner of the buses, he had shops. He used to sell clothes. Where we have a Quick Mart, that area.
Shagan.
So I went to Wanja and I lied to her that my mother has sent me She should give me 1 crate of eggs and she'll pay tomorrow. You know, my mother was selling clothes up at Kedombwani hivi.
Yeah.
So I was given a crate. We had a house manager. I boiled that 1 crate. I was in class 6. If you told me my mother that story, she would really laugh. So I boiled that 1 crate of eggs and I went to the bus stop. In Kitui. Forget about Kunda Kendo, the old one.
Yeah, yeah.
So I remember the crate was either 30 shillings or 33 shillings. So within 1 hour, I got 90 shillings. So I came running. I paid Mama Wanja 30 shillings and I bought 2 more crates. So when I bought the 2 more crates, now I even employed our house help to boil for me. We boiled the first one. So I told her, as I'm selling this other one,
Yeah.
boil the other one. So fast forward, within a week, I had money. My mother never knew that I'm selling eggs. So actually, we were like, even our house help was now, she was an elderly lady. Now she, because I'm paying her.
Yeah.
Every crate I'm paying her because she's the one who is boiling and she's hiding my secret. Don't forget my sister is there and she doesn't even, my elder sister. She was like, what the hell are you doing? Now, I got used so much to this business that I forgot that I'm in primary school and I'm not supposed to be doing it. So I got overwhelmed. Now I was doing around 5 crates in a day.
How were you balancing education?
No, we had closed the December holiday.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
We had closed the December, so we are idle. So I got overwhelmed. I went, there was Ndowani Bar, opposite Travelers. Was it Mini or Ndowani Bar?
Opposite? It was Mini.
Travelers Hotel.
It was Mini.
Don't forget I'm in class 6. So I sold at the bus stop, then I got overwhelmed. I went to that bar. So I sold. So one guy looked at me, I think he knew me. And he was like, I think I know you. Does your mother know you are here? So I knew I'm finished. Me and my eggs, I ran out. So I knew today I'll be beaten. That time I was having a lot of money. I had opened a kasanduku. So every time I didn't want to touch the money, I was putting there. So that guy went and told my mother, I think I've seen your daughter selling eggs. Let me tell you. So when my mother, she was very tough. When she walked in, I knew I'm banned. I'm banned. So she was like, the first thing, how much money do you have? So my innocent me, I gave her all the money. But she returned. So she was like, why did you do this? I told her I wanted to buy a dress and some shoes. And I wanted to make sure that during 25th, I'll eat chapati and those other things. So she never took all the money. She gave me some money. I had to go and confirm the price of the shoes and the dress. And then I also bought some shoes for my sister. So that was it.
So did she stop you from selling eggs?
Yeah, she stopped me, of course. And then I employed another young man, Akimim. I employed a boy to do the business for me. The boy sold for me for 2 days. He saw the money I'm making. He ran with the business. So that's how my business ended. So all my life, I think I've been a business lady. So now back to your question. When I was in human rights, you know, human rights is about fundraising. Sometimes you could run without money. And the clever me, I said, no, I can't continue like this. I have to do something. So I opened like a small shop within Mwingi. And then because I was working, I employed another girl who ran it down. It closed within, I think, 7 months. So somehow I kept off the business. Then come 2008, a friend of mine called Catherine. Catherine was working at the disease office. And my late friend Maggie, she died through an accident.
Yeah.
So Catherine saw where Kazuri is now today. The one in the Mwingi. Yeah. The Mwingi one. So she told me, you know, Roda, you have a soft spot with these Arab people. You know, I was raised in Kitui. Just go and talk to Ali. There's a vacant house there. So I told her, I don't have the money to open an hotel. Catherine is a go-getter, by the way. I like praising someone. Catherine I didn't know about hotel or anything. So Catherine told me, you just go and ask for the building. We'll know how to get money. So I was like, where do you get this money? So I saw Ali, and Ali told me, as long as you guys are going to pay me 6 months rent and goodwill of, I think, 140,000, we didn't have any coin. So I told Catherine, told me, tell him it's okay. So I'm like, where do you get this money? So I went back. So we were given the house. We don't even have rent. So she told me, now, you know what you're going to do? You're going to get a loan. I was like, what? A loan? That time I was driving a small car, AE100. Actually, it's like my brother gave me that car because I had 200,000 and he wanted to sell the car. It was the first car in our family. And you know, when you come from a poor background, you're always friends. So my brother told me, I don't want this car to go outside the family. How much money can you get? I told him, maybe I can raise 200. So I gave him the 200,000. I know he can't even remember that story. And it's like he gave me the car free of charge. So Catherine now is telling me that logbook, I've never owned another car. He's telling me we take that logbook to Equity Bank, we get a loan. I told her no. She said, no, we are going to open this hotel. So Maggie was like, me, I don't have a car to give out. Catherine had a car and a Nissan. She said, I think the 3 logbooks can cater for the loan. So we went to Equity Bank, we applied for $500,000. I had never held $500,000 in my life. Not even $500,000, even 400. The maximum I had gone is it was only 200,000. So we gave out our logbooks, my only car, then the two vehicles Catherine owned. And then in the process of acquiring the loan, people were really scaring the girl. It was called Mutal, I never forget. The loan officer at Equity Bank. Equity had just come to Mwingi. So they kept on telling him that these women are going to fight and they closed down and your money is going to disappear. So he actually reduced the loan period from 2 years to 1 year. Catherine told me, it's okay, you're going to pay. That time I'm still scared. So we gave out our logbooks, we were given $500,000. I tell you, we did something nice. We changed the face of Mwingi. Because Kazuri was small, but we came up with the idea of tiles. Nobody had an hotel with tiles in Mwingi. It was nice. We came up with this new type of tables. That normally we see people using now. There's a guy called Mwema, he was working in Nairobi. Catherine knows how to go. She's the one who did all these things. So we opened Kazuri. Believe me, it picked day one.
We did the 500.
The $500,000. We were supposed to pay 45,000 per month.
The rent?
For the rent?
For the loan.
For the loan, okay.
The rent, tumelipa rent, tukabakia with around 300,000. So we did the renovations, everything. So we were left with nothing. But we opened. It picked day one. Now, the issue was, will you be getting the 45,000? By month end, we had made a claim to 50,000. So we paid the loan and we divided the 200,000 among ourselves. Because we had paid rent for 6 months. Don't forget that one.
Yes.
So fast forward, within 1 year, the loan was gone. We were actually paying ourselves a maximum of around between 50 and 70,000 each
Per month.
Per month.
As a salary for directors?
A salary for directors, the 3 of us.
And you had staff?
Yes, we had staff. We are paying salaries, we are paying electricity, we are paying water, and we could get that profit.
And also the consumables?
Of course.
The food
you know
stuff.
the good thing with an hotel, you pay every day. So you don't carry forward your debts. That's the best you can run an hotel that way. I'll tell you when you come to Kazuri. So that's how we started the Kazuri brand.
So what kept you moving?
No, and by the way, you are still, as you open this, right? You are still working for...
Yeah, I'm still working for human rights.
For human rights.
Because with NGOs, you're not restricted from doing business.
Yes.
Yes. So, you know, sometimes you could run without money even for 1 year.
Yes.
Actually, I'm the one who used to lend them money. Because it's like I was now rich. You see? And something I didn't tell you, when I went to Mwingi, I was staying in a 900 shillings house. 900 shillings house.
What size?
See, of course, it's sitting and bedroom. Don't ask the location, because if you tell you the location, we used to call it Koinange. Yeah, that's where it came from. But getting even the 900 shillings was
a challenge.
Serious one. Serious one. So that's where it came from. So in 2008, we did the 3 of us. 2009, one of our partners moved and opened a different restaurant. So we were left with Maggie, my late friend, the one who died from an accident, with Kazuri. Now, when we were doing Kazuri, I see another building, Mamro. So Mamro was also ours with me.
Yeah, I remember.
So I opened Mamro.
What was Mamro? What was the...
Margaret and Roda. Yes, Margaret and Roda, Mamro. So we opened Mamro, and it picked also.
But there's a name in between.
No, we were trying to, you can't say Maro. So we had to put a name there. Because Maggie was called Margaret Mbolwa Mroso. So we said Margaret, Mbolwa, and Roda.
Oh.
So we got Mamro.
Okay.
Yes. So in 2009, we opened Mamro, it also picks. So we were operating Kazuri and Mamro. Yes, until she died. That's when I gave the husband Mamro and I remained with Kazuri. Yeah.
Okay.
So because what kept you moving? In
now, hotel business number 1, and in any business, you need to be focused on what you're doing. And before you open an hotel, you need to understand your market. You can't target everyone, because your market is the most important thing. If I want to sell to students, I'll open a kenchik.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
How many kids will ask for Ndengu when they come to Kazuri? These Gen Zs. Do they even know Ndengu?
No.
Do they even know? They don't even like the kienyeji chicken. But Kitavi will come for a kienyeji chicken. You'll also come for the kienyeji one.
Yeah.
Very few people, my age mates, the Gen X and the rest, and the millennials, will go for. So know your market, know your target group. That is number one. And then hotel industry still, you need to know how to regulate it. Without stocks, you can run. That is why you see most of the people, they opened hotels and they closed down. If there is one place where the workers can steal very easily, it's an hotel. Do you know why? They normally create a clique from the kitchen to the counter to the waiters. So if you are a frequent customer, you can eat without paying, but later you can give me something when we meet you on the way.
Oh.
So hotel industry is about doing stocks. How do you do the stocks? I brought in 10 chicken. I know a chicken should give me 4 quarters. I don't care, but I need my quarters. So it is 10 times 4. I need 4 quarters by the end of the day. And if I don't
Sold or not sold?
Sold or not sold. If you've sold 8, then you get my balance in my stocks. And now it comes down to the stocks. You have to have someone you trust. Not everyone can do the stocks well. Still, they can lie us with the other stuff. They con you. So hotel is about stocks. Before you even go to the management and other things, get a good person who can do. And I always tell my workers, I can sit down in Kazuri and within 5 minutes, I tell them you're supposed to give me 2,000. Just from the flow of customers.
Yeah.
Because I can estimate.
But technology and systems have
exactly
helped.
Yes. So do stocks. And then in an hotel, cleanliness is very important. And I always tell people, if you are opening an hotel, make sure you have clean toilets. Even you guys seated here, if you walk to an hotel and you find a dirty toilet, do you eat? Even the appetite goes.
Yeah.
Make sure your hotel is clean, and toilets are very important. Go to these, when you're traveling to Mombasa and you stop in Malindi, in Muchituande. How many toilets do you find there?
Wow, massive.
Are they clean?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you are comfortable when you're going there. So for an hotel, start with the toilets. Make sure your toilet is clean. Actually, for Kazuri, I always have someone who cleans them throughout. And it's my niche that we start with the toilets. Number 2, of course, the service. You make sure your girls are smart and clean, and the language. Sometimes they can be arrogant. You know, this generation you're raising, they can be like us. But carry them like your own kids. I don't sack my staff because they are wrong. Unless you are just extremely too much. I'll always try to correct them. I take them like my own kids. I'm assuming, like, if it was my daughter employed someone, my son, what do I expect them to be, handled? So I handle them the same way. So still cleanliness. And then when you come to the food, cook what you can eat at home. Don't buy the gunia rice and expect that it will sell because you are selling to the people. No. Cook what you cook at your own place. Make sure what you eat is what you give to your customers. And they'll never go. I don't advertise Kazuri. Have you ever seen me advertising Kazuri? It advertised itself. Because when you eat there, next time you're calling someone when you're seated there, they'll come and still understand your customers, what they need, what they want. And like I said during the investors conference, if you know your target group is 40 and above, give them Ujipawa. Because they are old enough. Yeah, they need this. Yes, give them what they need. They don't like spices. So for example, at my age, I should not be taking spices. They'll affect me health-wise. Cook what your target group wants. I'll have variety like ndengu, because most of people, they don't want white meat, or red meat. We go for the gideri. There are guys who drive from Nairobi, and the first thing they stop at Kazuri to eat just gideri and zo. There's a guy who even called me, where do you get this in throat? So I love to make sure I know where to get what my people want. Yes.
You have talked about the capital as you begin the business. Does it mean the capital is the only big challenge?
It is the biggest. And one thing I always tell people, when you're starting a business, don't fear to get a loan. The only problem is not if you don't pay the loan. You can't grow without a loan. Apart from Kazuri, I do contracts.
Yeah.
I work with loans. And you need to build your rapport in a way that when you walk into that bank, you can get money anytime. How do you build it? Consistency in what you're doing. My first loan, when I started doing contracts, I was given by KCB, was 500,000 shillings. The contract was so big that I had to get someone else. We partner, we work together. So I grew from 500. Right now, I can get up to 10 million from KCB within 2 weeks, the moment I get a contract. How do you grow from this? Make sure you follow the rules. Money is there with the banks, and then you also join SACCOs. I'm a member of Suluhu SACCO in Mwingi. I'm a member of Bestroke. I can access money from Bestroke and Suluhu within hours. Within hours. So nobody is rich. Never be cheated. We work through loans. We grow through loans. But the secret is just pay your loans. And if you don't have money, go talk to them. They are people. Don't run. Don't block them. Just go walk to that bank, get a loan, repay as per the repayment period. If there's a challenge, go and face them.
Yeah.
They'll give you solutions. Sometimes they even break down the loan to smaller bits, the ones you can avoid, you can afford. So don't fear loans, but pay loans. You have to pay loans, but you can't grow without loans. Now, if you're given a project of 20 million, why will I get 10 million to do that project? Why will I get 10 million? I have to have someone, and nobody can lend you that money. It's only the financial institutions, and they have money. It's just you build your brand.
But the cash flows also matter, right?
No, with a bank, if you want to get a bank loan, it's not about the cash flow. Let me give you an example. If you open an M-Pesa today, a small business, just go and open an account with one of the banks, and you make sure the profit you get, you open a till. Make sure the profit you get, it passes through this account. Banks, they don't look at your balance. You can have 10 million in your bank account, and they refuse to give you a loan. It's about the frequency of money passing through there. Even if it's 50 shillings passing through that account every day, they'll assess you. You'll be surprised the amount of money they're going to give you. As long as they know that you have a business somewhere which is bringing money every day. Yes. These are the small people things people don't know. You don't have to have a big balance, a fat account. No. The frequency of money passing. So even if you are selling mboga, you have a kibanda for mboga, get a till. Make sure the money passes through the bank account. You'll access funds. They just need to access your bank statement. If you can be able to afford to repay 100,000, you'll start from 100, and by the end of the day, you'll be getting 1 million from these banks. Yes.
Now talk about managing the business money.
Now, when you are managing business money, what I do, like Roda now, because I do contracts, I have Kazuri in Mwingi, I have Kazuri in Kitui. Every business is independent. It stands for its own expenses. It stands for its own workers. It pays everything independently. Now, I can borrow 100,000 from Kazuri as Roda now. And as a director, I pay myself from both businesses. So Kazuri Mwingi, I have a salary in Kazuri Mwingi. I have a salary in Kazuri Kitui.
How much?
Depends with the cash flow of the, I won't tell you the amount, but Kazuri Mwingi pays me less than Kazuri Kitui because Kazuri Kitui is bigger, and we are different entities. Actually, Kazuri is an entity in itself. So when I'm paying workers, my accountants pay me my salary because I'm supposed to pay school fees for my kids. I have expenses. So they'll pay steamer, they'll pay water, they'll pay salaries, and then they'll pay me. Yes, they know how they pay me. So I also find my money in the bank. Now, the contract...
In a different account?
Yes, no. I'll tell them maybe this time, like now Kazuri means
in a different personal account.
It's about Coop Bank. So I have a Roda's account in Coop Bank.
And Kazuri's
Kazuri Kitui is KCB. So I have a Roda's account in KCB. So Kazuri Kitui pays me through KCB. Kazuri Mwingi pays me through Coop Bank. Now, the contract is a bit different. It's like I pay the expenses, the balance. That's why I do my investments from now. Yes. So maybe the balance I will start thinking of doing something or recouping back to the project because you have to have capital anyway. Yes. But by the end of the day, I pay myself according to the project. Yeah. You have to be that professional.